that changed my life. That's why I have written there, because knowing myself, I will change the script. Last moment. The first serendipity happened with me 15 years back. I was out of India, working for BBDO worldwide. I was working with one of the best creatives in the world. If anyone knows, David Lubas. I worked with David Lubas, Marcelo Serpa, a Brazil who actually changed the way advertising in Brazil is. And Suti Saksutaritarita, my boss, and the funniest advertising guy I know in Bangkok. During that time, I was 26, and I was hanging around all the cool people, and I really wanted to get one of the coolest advertising agents to India. 15 years back, just think of it, like you have a dream that Prasun and everything, amazing piece of work, and he says, you know what, we are the creative country. They're a pride. I met some gentlemen, I will not name the company and the brand. They were at that time one of the coolest tech company. In fact, a lot of tech wear that you wear is designed by them. I went to them and they says, you know what? You are in Tokyo, you are in New York, you are in London, you are in San Francisco. I think it's time to come to India. He said something that changed my perception towards everything about creativity that day. It was really a check. He said, Raj, there are two things about India. Number one, it's not creative enough. And number two, you don't have infrastructure to be coming to your country. It changes things for you. And I remember I came back, I was in New York. I couldn't sleep all night. He says, what did he mean by India is not creative enough? Now think of it, you're a 27-year-old, you're proud about your country, proud about what you do. But the word India is not creative enough.
Yes, right.
I'll go there a little bit.
Yeah.
That hits you when you're done. Because everything in your life you learn thinking we are the best. The second serendipity happened in my life. I had a very interesting chat with David Droga. David just started Droga 5. Amazing guy. He got his first Grand Prix as Droga 5 for Still Free. If you haven't even seen that, loved him. I think at the same time, we met in Adfest that time. I met Droga that time, first time. And he showed something and that changed my life towards creativity. He showed this. Can anyone see this, please? Can you stand up and see this? He got $150 million by GE to create something called the biggest campaign ever created for Olympic, for Beijing Olympics. He went to a client and says, you know what, let's not spend that money on advertising campaign. Let's design this. Now what is this? It's a San disco ball on a river. That is what it is. He says, let's build a building which will cost you $97 million. Don't spend $150 million, spend $97 million. This is building got 3 different phases. You can say the C part takes the water from the river, cleans it, and sends it back. The B part is the world's first environment university. And the A part is the world's biggest lab for sustainability. And the D, what is the Science Disco Ball? Every glass panel was solar panel. And his idea was, if we go to the client and explain him the longevity of creative ideas, and the impact it can do is much better than we just do a campaign. Of course, we do a campaign after that. But let's do something that can change things. I remember that. He says, Raj, do you remember the Beijing campaign? He says, no. He said, they spent $150 million. I said, if you have done that, 100 years from now, everyone will remember what G stands for. And that they remember the difference between creativity versus advertising. Second most interesting thing happened. After my behavior change in 5 years, I moved to Burnett. 33-year-old CCO. Shitting bricks. You replaced Pops. Legend. Everyone is questioning you. I was literally shitting bricks. I was remember the first month I went to Amazon because Amazon was a client, used to go to Amazon every week. Yep. In the flight, I met one of our legends from India. Yeah. I went to him, he says, congratulations Raj, good job. You got a good job now, we have a long way to go, blah blah and everything. So I was very happy talking to him. Come on, we're growing up, we're seeing them as legends. Very funny thing happened. Got into the bus, going to the Bangalore airport now. प्लेन से बस में एयरपोर्ट तक उस टाइम में जियो लॉन्च हो गया था तो इंडिया पागल हो गया था डाउनलोड करते हुए सो नाउ एवरीवन गॉट डाउन एंड सी हां मम्मी पहुंच गया वीडियो दिख रहा है मम्मी बैंगलोर पहुंच गया था ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग समवन इज वाचिंग व्हाट्स हैपनिंग ऑन YouTube वीडियो someone is finding out who is next to me in Tinder all this shit is happening so I looked at him and says look out the billboards have recently changed by Aditya Birla. Before that, HSBC, if you remember, all the billboards in the airport was HSBC. Aditya Birla paid some 100 crores to get those billboards. I said, just look at this. Look around. No one is giving a damn about 150 crores that he has spent. That client has spent, who was talking proudly, they're looking at the phone. What will we do? What he said, it hurt me that day. 3 years back, I met him and thanked him for that. He looked left, he looked right. And he said, Raj, I have just 4 years left in this industry. I don't have to invent it. I will do what I do the best. Change is your problem. You have 30 years left. You are how much? You said 33. Matlab 30 saal aur baki hai tera. Next 30 years is your problem. What you solve, what you define, what you do is your problem. I hated the word problem that time. Because he was a legend, I was looking after him. No, he actually did something right. I said, you know what? Thanks. He laughed, he said, मुझे याद नहीं है मैं बोला होगा सही बोला होगा. मैं बोला सही था. Right? And those 3 things literally changed a lot of things for me. Like I told, I get excited and forget my pages, so I have pages with me. I came back, and that is for the first time we created Apollo 11. And hi, can you raise your hands? This is Apollo 11. We have 12 kids. I remember we went to IIT to hire. We didn't have money. And because of that, Google was day 1, Leo 1 was day 28. Right? Everything was left over was supposed to take it. I went to a conference room, there was no one there. Except one guy because he couldn't get out because he had a broken leg. But हमने बोला कि हमें क्या कर सकते हैं? What is creative industry can do? After, I promise you, you can call my HR. After 7 days, we had 200 applicants. And that day we decided, we'll build a creative company, which is the world's best bar none. Someone told, we are not creative enough. We'll do that. And that's how the entire thing started for us, right? It was never about working with people who are doing the same thing. This is invented. We will fail. What happened? We'll fail. Anyhow, someone has told me you have 30 years, 30 साल है. पहले 5 साल फेल हो जाऊंगा और 25 साल है. और 10 साल फेल जाऊंगा और 15 साल है. If not, then I'll go back to what I know the best. And that's how we started the entire thing and say, you know what? Let's create something which not done before. Let's experiment things. Let's find solutions. Let's create things that will make me uncomfortable. Let my team uncomfortable, my clients uncomfortable. You know what the best thing was? On the way, I got clients who felt the same thing. They said, you know, New York is telling me what to do. Beijing is telling me what to do. London is telling me what to do. Fuck! Let's do it. I'm not kidding. That's the attitude I found from the client. I walked in. Of course, there are 20% of the client who are talked about it. Only 1% who bought it. And 80% says, fuck off, do what the brief is. But that 1% mattered. And I was doing a small graph. This is the last 10 years of it. I remember a lot of people a year when we did Dasta for OLX. We exchanged him in India and Pakistan, we got banned. And the last piece, I think so, I can't see here. What's the last piece?
Crops of joy.
The crops of joy. The crops of joy. And the journey happened in a way that never expected. The first 8 years, we did 17 pieces of work, and the last 2 years, we did 70 pieces of work that we are proud of. And that is not advertising. That is not for a mom and pop store. It is for the Fortune 500 companies. It is not for the small startup companies. It is for Pepsi. It is for P&G. It is for banks, HDFC Bank. You name it, Spotify, you name it, and we have there. Airtel, we have it there. The only thing was the one dream. We are not creative enough, we'll show you how creative we are. And what is the next 30 years going to be for me? I don't want to get retired.
Yes.
See, I'm here on my white body that shows what I love.
Wonder.
I will go back, don't know recording and send it to my wife. I know a lot of you, my friends, please don't do that. Okay, I will just tell you 5-6 pieces of work that actually changed what we did and what we did. I think the first big break that we got was for Bajaj. Convince Bajaj to buy a ship, melt it, and make style out of it.
That's about.
Scale matters. When you want to change, start with the small ones. Scale matters. It was not fucking advertising. The brief was to do one more Hamara Bajaj. But the world has changed. I said, let's create something much bigger. We have product designers, we have people who can create prototypes. Let's create this. And I'll show you what we did. And that's how we give what we call it. Every Indian a piece of national treasure. And to give an idea, a lot of people know it, but still, it's still one of my favorite because I still remember, we walked into Bajaj, we presented the idea was vanished. हम उसे क्रश बनाते हैं. जो सोलर का पैक चला के we have a titanium leg के बदले फौलाद का leg बनाएंगे. We have to make the idea not die. What I remember, Bajaj called us, took all our phones, and said, we're going to show you something. Took us to a hangar. In that hangar, they had 3 white cloths. They removed it. And that's after 1 year, we saw the idea that we give the client, make bikes out of metal, a Bajaj, made it happen. Possible project for us, trust me, it was a possible project for us. You are literally going to change books. You are going against everything that was in the society was talked about. Right? You are going to 28 different states, you put those I have to give it to that team who went and made it happen. I'm not kidding. I think interesting thing happened. He says, what is future if you can't look behind in your past? If you can't see the future, if you can't recreate the past, if you think the future, technology is really powerful, recreate the past. Things that no one has seen before. Of course you have seen Ranveer Singh in Kapil Dev, but you have not seen Kapil Dev playing Kapil Dev. It was a 8 months project for us. Where is Asha? Where Asha is somewhere, yeah. Thank you Asha for staying with me, not killing my team. Working with 8 months, 3 different continents, and I remember there was one time Spiky called me. Spiky, my chief creative officer who runs the office now, he called me and said, Raj, ये कपिल देव नहीं दिख रहा है, ये चमरू दिख रहा है, तो client के पास 1 महीना है, so there's no way we can pull it back. But the entire thing was, what is the use of future technology if you can't create things that you are proud of? And 175 we are all proud of. Last 2 pieces of work is my amazing favorite piece of work, not because of it, just now, it's just last 2 years. 2 years back, we just got Pepsi, we won PepsiCo business, the entire PepsiCo business. Like every agency are fucking happy. 15 minutes. Right? Fuck, it's big, it's PepsiCo, all the big business. Like, come on, we've grown up seeing Pepsi here. Right? Till Mami Board and everything, you've seen that, you want to do that. But the problem was, while the agency was partying, I was shooting bricks. Because one of my friend, who's a director, once told me, "Jeeta to kiya kya rahi uska?" He told me for Bajaj, right? And that is what it is. The question was, "Jeeta to Pepsi jeeta to kiya kya?" It's a beverage company, it's a food company. We know what we can do. Banks. We didn't do that. Of course we'll do that. They'll pay too money to do that. We'll do that. But we decided to change the things that are happening. When I got into PepsiCo, I realized one thing. They are the biggest partners for farmers. For leaves. Because in India, you can't import potatoes that much. You can import cocoa, you can import coffee, but not potatoes. So you have to produce your own potatoes. And as we went out, I remember Aishwarya, me and the team was in the farm in West Bengal. We went to MP, we went to all the places where the farmers are happening. Interesting problem. We saw the lands are very different than the lands of course, I'm from Odisha, yeah, working on the lands of the smallest land you can see. That anyone from Odisha, they know the smallest land, this is the amount of land that will be through farming. Take a kheti bala utna hi hai. This the problem was very interesting. The world was changing drastically. The world was changing drastically, but the farming was not changing that much. It was still the old way of farming and everything. This is again almost 1.5 year project that we work on it. We did the entire thing on AI, scanning and everything. We'll tell you what we did. Again, it's not advertising. We're getting into farming. It's scary. We're getting into food, which is fucking scary. But you do it. You don't have a choice. बोला ना 15 साल है वो कैलकुलेशन किया था 30 साल 5 साल 10 साल so it falls there, not to worry about it. I'll do the last piece of work on Pepsi again. Last year we did called Gatorade. Drop the turf. I want to do something big. I want to paint the fucking city. I said हो जाएगा. Okay, कब तक करेंगे? मतलब 6 महीने में कर लेंगे और क्या? Raj, I'll catch you for that. I'll catch you for that. Today, Rahil, for Manifest, wanted to do his cricket match, a football match. He says, can I have that turf? I said, yes, we'll make it happen. They're putting 500 turfs for football and cricket, places where there is no playground. Now that's fucking power of data and technology. By the way, it's not possible if you're partners. This is what the brief that I have. But I'm telling you, I want to change things. Like a lot of friends of mine say, Raj, you're amazing in case study videos. Sir, मैं case study video नहीं बनाता. Idea बेचता भी हूँ. Okay, we are not only putting case studies video. I sell good ideas to big clients. I'm not an agency with good case study videos. Okay? And the best part is we sell to the biggest clients. Like I told you, last 2 years, 17 of them have it because clients want solutions. I'm telling you, if you think CMOs have your marketing problems, I think we're just sitting there. I don't think CMO. I think brand, mind is not the first thing. You have 20 things that is US come. But the problem is which kind of laugh is this? If you remember the story, which kind of laugh is this? CMOs used to ask which kind of laugh is this? Do you laugh it or love it or not? Now they have 1,000 more problems to solve. So we start getting into this. We have solved problem, brand problem, the CEO's problem, what is the CTO's problem, what is the CMO's problem. There's something else that's troubling them in the mind. Advertising is just one small part of it now. I'm just very good about a small number. Guess what is Google's revenue in 2014? Advertising revenue was
About
$54 billion. What is the revenue now in 10 years? $264 billion. Why can't we build a brand for ourselves? Tuvalu, I think 7 countries, US, Tuvalu, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Sri Lanka, Mauritius, Singapore, UAE. We are in.
Yeah.
Understand that. And we are going for COP29 also. We are creating coalition. You will see that one more thing, coalition happen. It's not for cans, that's the thing. The problem is in advertising we think everything's for cans and it dies in cans. We are not farmers. ये खेती उस दिन खत्म हो गया. Sometimes it takes time to build things. When you're creating future, you don't know where it's going. It became big when the Bangalore water crisis happened just now. We're talking to Bosch. Using this, I had to understand how to understand groundwater. The same way, Audi got money, they got this one, they will do 10 films or something. You know what they were doing? They had 3 people in that room. Samsung screen head, Audi self-driven car head, and HBO. They were sitting and they were deciding, and 7 years back, self-driven car is good but not that good enough. He says, jab self-driven car shuru ho jayega na, the passenger and driver don't need to look at the road. You have 7 screens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have a surround system of screens. What are you creating for that? So HBO and Audi was creating things that's going to come 10 years from now. Content that needs all the 7 screens. That is a time when Audi and VW are being literally sued globally for carbon emission. Today is gloomy. HBO is going for the merger and they're scared about what's going to happen in the future. But they are looking at day after tomorrow. Fuck today. Tomorrow we'll figure it out what's happening. Are we relevant for day after tomorrow? And it fucking blew my mind. I drove into the room and says, oh fucking God. These guys are talking things that is going to happen 10 or 12 years. Maybe self-driven car will never come up. Something else will come up. But they're inventing it. And I think that's the industry we are in. Creative solution industry. Lot of things, by the way, we own cars. By the way. I'll be happy if you don't own cars. Bajaj, the year 1 we got a bronze. Because no one understood what Indian was. I didn't give a fuck about that. I create a bike that's on the road.
Valid.
I don't care about it. Because what we're creating is much bigger than award shows. We are struggling every single day. We are searching for partners who can help us to do that. We don't know who the next partners are, who can help us to create the next future is. Because like I said, I always believe in this, a lot of my team knows this story. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? 30 years, I think 10 years gone, 20 more to go. I think we'll change the country.